I'm going to show you how to make the viral Santa Cruz beef stew. Now, the reason this recipe has gone so viral is because it's affordable, it's extremely nutrient dense, and the way I make it is pretty easy. First step, get a big stew pot and get it hot, throw in some grass-fed ghee. For the meat, you can get some chuck roast and you can chop it up into stew meat. Luckily, at Lazy Acres, they had that Wagyu grass-fed stew meat. I like to get about 3.5 pounds. Look at this stew meat right here, already chopped up. For that meat, you're gonna hit it with a tiny little bit of olive oil. That's just to help the seasoning stick to it. Now I'm hitting it with some Santa Cruz Paleo Blend 1 seasoning, sea salt, black pepper, garlic, rosemary. Now, pretty simple, we need to brown the beef. So you're gonna throw it into this pot right here with that ghee in there. While that beef is browning, dice up an onion. Don't use red onion, you can use white or yellow. Time to chop up those carrots. Now let's get that celery chopped up. Now that your veggies are chopped, the meat should be pretty browned. You're gonna take it out of here, put it onto a plate or into a bowl, just set it aside. So now you have the stew pot, you've taken the beef out. There's this amazing flavor in here. You wanna hit it with the onions, carrots, celery right now. Last thing you wanna add to those veggies, I like to do about 2 cloves of garlic. Once these veggies have cooked for a little bit, I like to hit them with some more seasoning, that Blend 1. Throw some in there. And now I definitely don't drink wine, but I'm gonna throw a little splash of this wine in there. How stupid are people that they drink this for antioxidants? Like, bro, eat some blueberries or something. And now the best part about the beef stew is this is simple as hell. Turn on your oven to about 350, throw the beef back in. Now you're gonna stir this up, and I'm gonna add a special ingredient that's not like traditional in beef stew, but whatever. But before I do that, broth. You can use beef stock, you can use beef bone broth, whatever you want, but just make it beef. Chicken broth tastes kind of weird. You want the broth to just barely cover up everything. We are going to add some potatoes, but you wanna wait to add the potatoes or else they get all mushy, so just trust me. What I love to do now, maybe it's just because my wife is Mexican, I'm like adapted to this or something, but I love to add some lime. It just brings out so much flavor. Trust me, squeeze 1 lime into there. This thing is ready to cover up and throw in the oven. But first, I like to throw some fresh herbs in there. A little rosemary, marjoram, and thyme. I just chuck these in there. You're not gonna eat these. You're gonna take them out before you eat everything, but you can just throw them in right on top. Let's cover it up. Boom. Throw it in the oven. This will go in for about 2.5 hours. Then we'll add the potatoes for another 30 to 45 minutes. So set a timer. All right, it's been 2.5 hours. Now the next step is to peel some sweet potatoes and cube them up. Very simple. You're gonna throw the potatoes into this beef stew. It's looking so good. This is gonna add some really healthy carbohydrates and just way more nutrition to this beef stew. Let's stir this up and throw it back in for about 30 to 45 minutes is all it'll need. All right, it's been another 45 minutes. Let's take this thing out. Oh my goodness, there it is. This is looking gorgeous. How do you know your stew is done? Well, you can take a chunk of meat just like this, take the back of your spoon and just apply some light pressure. When that happens, dude, that is amazing. Like, that is perfect tender meat. Where this recipe gets unique is I like to chop up some cilantro and put it in there. Then I hit it with a little more lime juice and it's ready to serve. Let's get a bowl of